to another episode of The Positive Side. I'm Anne DeSantis, your host, and today's guest is someone that I know pretty well because he comes from the foundation that I'm the director for, and that is the St. Raymond Nonnatus Foundation for Freedom, Family, and Faith. You can find out more if you have your phone there. You can look us up at nonnatus.org. So welcome, Father Kenneth Breen. Hello, Father, how are you today?
Good, thank you. I'm very happy to be here with everyone.
Yes, thank you. I'm so happy you're here. How's the weather there in Western New York?
I'm sorry, what was that one?
I said, how's your weather there today in Western New York?
Oh, well, it's nice and cold. You know, I was telling the people when we have Christmas and that, you know, we don't mind the song, Let It Snow. But now, I don't know. We'd probably like it to go away, so. It's cold, you know, but hopefully soon it'll warm up.
That's right. And Father is coming to us from a parish, a Catholic church in Western New York. It's in a town called Leroy. And that is located, the closest large city there would be considered Rochester and also close to Buffalo, New York. So, Father, I was wondering at the beginning of this interview, to just tell us about your own faith journey in becoming a Mercedarian friar. Father is with the Order of Mercy. And also, if you have your phone there, you can look up and learn about the order that he is with, the Catholic Religious Order. They are the Mercedarians at orderofmercy.org. So, Father, take us on that journey, your own faith journey, and becoming a Mercedarian priest and friar.
Well, sure, thank you. Well, I grew up in Cleveland, Ohio, and I've been very blessed in my life to receive a deep sense of faith from my own family, but also having some years in Catholic education, St. Richard's grade school. And during that time, there was some difficulties, and I wanted to, because of the tensions with classmates, some kind of bullying was going on. I thought, well, let me see about this seminary on the other side of town. So I went there, and in that time I was there, my faith deepened a little bit more too. But I also recognized that the diocesan life wasn't for me. So I went to Cleveland State University, and during that time I was in the university between my first and second year. I also met my best friend from the high school. He also helped me to deepen my faith in about Our Lady of Fatima and the real presence of Jesus in the Holy Eucharist, and how we have the gift of the leadership of Jesus through the authority of the Holy Father. All these things helped strengthen my faith as well in the parish. Our pastor was helping me to see how I could trust like Abraham trusted to go on the journey, and the Lord made a great nation of them. So trusting in that, I was also going to the St. Richard's School for the grade school at the church, and I happened to see in the back of the church, as I was pondering my life, I was studying engineering, and I was pondering about how life would be, you know, if my life would, I didn't understand how it was going because there was a bit of a crisis going on there in the engineering department. So I was looking for an answer to the direction in my life. And because of this spirituality and development, my eye caught the attention of a poster, just a simple poster in the back of the church, which had the saying, "No greater love." And it also had an image there of a young fellow dreaming of his life, and I also had an affinity to the space program. They also had that image there because that was popular a little bit more at that time, the Apollo program. So that caught my attention, and it was just like that leap of faith to ask the Lord for information. I was just asking to send in for information. So I sent that in, and after some time, I didn't hear anything, and I just left it in God's hands. And then toward the end, about after 2 or 3 months, again at Mass, I was pondering my life and hearing the Lord speak through our pastor, asking the apostles. Jesus was asking the apostles, throw the net on the other side of the boat. And then it occurred to my mind, I didn't hear anything about the order. And so then I thought, well, maybe there's something at home on the counter. And there was, and I was like, how did that come to me. It was really a gift of the Spirit, that intuition, that little voice, so to speak. And then also an experience of just the consoling light of Christ coming from a particular image that I still have at home there, that assured me of the Christ call our order. I just put life in his hands and joined our order. And that was it. It was as simple as that.
That's an amazing story. And especially that, I remember that you told me about the story about the poster and how God really spoke in those words, no greater love. And I was wondering if you could tell us about those 4 vows. The Mercedarian Religious Order has 4 special vows. And that 4th vow is something that's particular to the Mercedarians.
Well, sure. I don't know if you have some of those photos available, but I mean, just to give a brief history of it, you know, the order was founded in 1218 by Peter Nolasco because he, as a merchant, growing up as a merchant, he would go and see the slaves, Christians, being held for ransom in the areas, whether it was in Spain or in North Africa. So his heart went out to them to see that so many of them would abandon their faith. So by the inspiration of the Blessed Mother, Our Lady of Mercy, in Barcelona, Spain, in August 10th, 1218, she inspired him to establish our order. And that was the beginning of a journey where he could, because he ran out of his own funds and he needed to use the alms from the people to bring them to, whether it was in the frontier in Spain or it was in North Africa where the Christians were being held as hostages. He would go there and free them. And over time, while many different communities, knighted orders and things like that were also doing this ransom, none of them did it in the way that we did, which was if we didn't have enough funds, then when the 2 redeemers were there, one of them would stay behind in place of the slaves, the captives that would be freed, and he would be there waiting for his ransom in hope of being ransomed. Then the order would try to raise more funds to ransom him, and oftentimes it didn't arrive in time or there were problems, and so we have many early Mercedarian martyrs who gave their lives. This is the meaning of the 4th vow, is being willing to give our life to allow the captives to be set free.
Thank you for sharing that with the people that are watching. Now, Father, if someone's watching out there, because I thought we could take the first half of this show talking about the order, there might be some young person out there who's interested in religious life or would at least like to know more. What would you recommend that they do if they would like to learn more about the order? I know obviously they can check out the website, but what would be some things they could do?
Sure, that's the easiest way because there's a page there for vocations. And Father Daniel, I've been with him for several years now, great on fire Mercedarian. Is just excited to be there for you and to help you see and discern with you your direction in life. And as I was sharing, you know, our 4th vow is an expression of no greater love. I mean, the greatest love is to give our lives to the Lord and in service to others. And so that's what we're all about. So there's Father Daniel and also Brother Dominic. There is a Facebook page there. I think it's Mercedarian Friars USA. So you can check that out and see the latest developments that are going on. And we have these come and see weekends where there's opportunities to just spend some time with us and pray and discern to see what God is asking to lead us and guide us, and in the joy of following Him and giving our lives to Him, and in the great redemptive and merciful love. That's
right. You mentioned the word joy, and I would say that when I met the Mercedarian Religious Order, that was back in 2012, one of the first people I met was Father Daniel. So I know that, as you said, he's a person filled with faith. Now, we do have to take a break, so we have more to talk about. And when we come back, we're going to talk about the St. Raymond Nonnatus Foundation for Freedom, Family, and Faith. That is where I'm the director, and Father is the spiritual moderator. So we have a lot more to talk about. See you in a few minutes.
Oh, shit. should you choose Rowan College at Gloucester County? Low cost, the #1 nursing program in all of New Jersey. More than 70 programs of study, including selective admissions. With record enrollment. A premier partnership with Rowan University. Transfer options with numerous universities. 4-year degree options on our campus. Rowan College at Gloucester County. Now you're thinking.
Choosing Medicare coverage can be a very confusing and complicated process. Help is just a phone call away, 856-226-4800. As a licensed insurance agent, I'll assist you in making an informed and confident decision on a Medicare plan that meets your needs, lifestyle, and budget. Call me today for a free, no obligation Medicare benefits consultation, 856-226-4800.
When did you see the sign?
When I needed to create a better visitor experience.
Improve our workflow.
Attract new customers. That's when Fast Signs recommended Fleet Graphics.
Yeah, now business is rolling in. Get started at fastsigns.com.
What do I want to be when I grow up? Maybe a musician? A veterinarian? Maybe an equestrian? A mommy? Well, why not be all these things and more? Consider joining me, Dr. V, with friends and colleagues as we explore a wide range of topics together. V is for variety, here on RVNTV.
There you go, Richard. Oh! Is that too hard for you?
No. Is it too hard for you?
Woo! We're playing catch now.
Welcome back to The Positive Side. I'm Anne DeSantis. Now, at the beginning, I told you that this particular show is one that I'm a little more familiar with because the topic is the foundation that I'm the director for, and my guest is Father Kenneth Breen. He's the spiritual moderator for the St. Raymond Nonnatus Foundation for Freedom, Family, and Faith. And before we get started, we do have one photo that we want to show. So now this is the website of the St. Raymond Nonnatus Foundation for Freedom, Family, and Faith, and that is nonnatus.org. You can notice the spelling there. And what we do is outreach to families in crisis, and our initial mission is to families and individuals affected by divorce and separation. Since I'm the director, you can feel free to reach out to me on that website there. There's a contact, and also you can email me. My email address is director.srnf@gmail.com. Cell number 215-870-9913. I would welcome hearing from anyone who has questions about what we do. So welcome again, Father. Thank you for being here. I was wondering if you could share with our viewers how the foundation was formed, because this was even before I was involved as the director.
Sure. Well, first, just when our Mercedarians came to the United States and were a part of the Roman province from Italy, because the Italians were experiencing some difficulties in being able to integrate. And so our mission is to come to assist people who are in danger of denying the faith. That's our fundamental mission. But as, of course, the Italian communities became integrated, we were looking for a way to express our fourth vow, coming to the aid of Christians who are in danger of losing their faith here in the United States. So what we see is, of course, most particularly, besides what you see happening with the secularization and all the forces that are just destroying the integrity of the family life, persons in separation, divorce, or remarriage without an annulment, there's even more risk for those persons to abandon their faith. So we discerned over some years which aspect of ministry we can exercise our fourth vow in. And in general category is the family life ministry. But in particular, we wanted to focus with this initial mission to the divorced, separated, and remarried. And so we have these online support for them and also the children of divorce. You can see that on the website. It's right on the front page. And then we offer resources to help family life situations, support family life. We even have some of our third order members very active in pro-life ministry, which is obviously a family life ministry, and also the aspect dealing with where the problem, the tragedy of human trafficking that's affecting family life. And, you know, even times we hear about this under the family life category. So, but principally it's to be there to support family life and to help that to grow and become stable, helping parents in being great parents for their children. We got great resources there to help them in their ministry, in their life mission.
Thank you for sharing, Father.
Yeah.
And it's really a pleasure.
Yeah.
It's really a pleasure because Father and I have been doing this support group, and I'll tell you when it is for anybody who's watching and you're interested. We do an online support group. It's once a month, the first Tuesday of every month at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It lasts 1 hour. This group is for anyone. It's for anyone who is affected by divorce and separation. It is an online group for individuals and families affected by divorce and separation. So if you're interested, as Father said, on the front page of our website, there's a link. Now, it's a webinar-like link, meaning that you can do a laptop video call, or you also have a choice to call in. So if you don't want to use your computer, if you're too busy to sit in front of the computer, there's also an option that you can call a phone number and you can speak to Father and I, Father Kenneth Breen, and all the other participants. Now, the focus of that is prayer, reflection, spiritual guidance, in a safe place and guided by the teachings of the church, attended by some of our Mercedarian friars. So I just wanted to mention that for anyone watching, if you're interested in learning more or being a part of our monthly online support group on Tuesdays, 8 p.m. Now, as Father mentioned, the other one is for the adult children affected by divorce. That's the last Thursday of every month, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Same thing, it's on our website. For more information, nonnatus.org. So that would be anyone over the age of 18 if you have been affected by divorce. So I would invite anyone watching would like to join us to please do. So Father, how has the experience been for you so far? I know you and I have been collaborating with this, with our helping people. How do you think so far it has been ministering to the people that we have met?
Well, certainly it's been an amazing journey, and the way it really started in development was when they had the World Meeting of Families in Philadelphia. Rose Sweet was one of the side programs going on, and when I saw that, I thought, she would be great to help us to begin this whole ministry. And so we did a couple healing services down in St. Petersburg, Florida. And then we started to do these online supports to continue that type of experience. And because of our working in this situation, it's really it's a wonderful opportunity to support people and where there's feeling a sense of woundedness or hurt because of the problem of separation and divorce. But it's also, of course, we're hoping that everything that we have is there to support even families that maybe not in that situation. You see on our resource page, there are links for the Retrovive program, which is a ministry that's designed to intensively work with couples that are struggling so that they don't end up in the situation of separation and divorce. And then Marriage Encounter itself, my family, my parents have been involved, Father Tony and some other couple, and many couples are involved, and this is for good marriages, to help them grow stronger. And there's also resources there to help families, like, for example, natural family planning is so important to live the real integrity of meaning in marriage. So I think it's really exciting to be part of this foundation and to be there for people and to help them. And, you know, anytime there's questions about areas of life and family life where there's difficulties or any needs, you know, we're available for really anything that we could offer. I mean, our initial mission is for the separated divorce, but we want to assure everyone that, you know, we're trying to be a people of mercy and compassion for people, especially where there's struggles in family life.
Father, thank you for sharing. And as I always say almost on every show, I can't believe the time's already almost finished. So thank you for joining us. I just want to repeat again the two websites. One is for the Mercedarian Religious Order at orderofmercy.org. So anyone who would like to learn more about the Mercedarians, and also the St. Raymond Nonnatus Foundation for Freedom, Family, and Faith. We're headquartered in Philadelphia and in 4 cities in the United States: Cleveland, Ohio. We're in Western New York and Leroy, also St. Petersburg, Florida, and as I mentioned, headquartered in Philadelphia. So once again, Father, thank you for joining us. Check out that website, nonnatus.org. For Father Kenneth Breen and myself, Anne DeSantis, we'll see you next time.